Hello everyone! Today, my friend and I, we are going to talk about linguistic theory. Okay, let's go!
Linguistic theory. Linguists generally contrast theory and description. Description combines the details of vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and so on of particular language. Whereas theory covers more general ideas about how language works and about how we might study it. For instance, how speakers of the language pronounce the word that means dog is a matter of description. But more general questions about how pronunciation is related to meaning belong to theory, as the question about how to study pronunciations and meaning. Basic linguistic theory. Basic linguistic theory differs from traditional grammar, most strikingly in its attempt to describe each language in its own terms, rather than trying to force the language into a model based on the local language.
Conversely, the attempt to describe each language in its own terms reflects the major contribution of structuralism to basic linguistic theory. Another example of major contribution of structuralism to basic linguistic theory is the notion of the phoneme. Various concepts from generative grammar, such as secondary prediction, have made their way into basic linguistic theory, but the primary influence of generative theory on basic linguistic theory has been indirect. Generative theory influence much work in typology, and typology itself has been a major influence on basic linguistic theory. We can see this in the treatment of passive and passive-like construction in various languages.
The interest in passive construction derives historically from their central role in early generative grammar, which in turn led to their being a matter of considerable attention in typology, and to an extensive literature discussing whether conjunction in various languages literally are or literally are not passive conjunctions. Similarly, literative courses have played a central role in typology, especially in light of the definition to typology of Keenan and Comey. This phenomenon in typology partly grew out of work in generative grammar stemming from those on attention constant, but in numerous other respects, work in typology has influenced basic linguistic theory in ways quite independent of generative grammar. Much of this involves substantive notions that have been recognized in a number of languages, and which it is now common for descriptive grammar of language, exhibiting such phenomena to recognize.
Such nations as aggressivity, speed, insensitivity, generally have related close and evident theoretically. All nations that have become central to basic linguistic theory, and which are referenced to recurrency in descriptive grammar. Recurrence phenomenon that has not been recurrently observed before continue to come up in the literature, such as the nations of reality, and thus become add to the substantive concepts of basic linguistic theory. Most descriptive grammar written within the past 10 or 15 years can be described as employing basic linguistic theory as their theoretical framework. If one compares recent grammar to grammar written over 25 years ago, the commonality among the recent grammar and the difference from earlier grammar are often sticky.
The commonalities shared by this grammar also contrast chiefly with recent generative approach. However, it isn't widely recognized, even among functionalists and descriptive linguists, that this commonality represents a distinct theoretical framework. It's far more common for authors of such grammars to describe their work as a theoretical or a theoretically incorrectly. Idea that description can be a theoretical is simply confused. The analytical assumption and the concepts one assumes necessarily constitute a set of theoretical assumptions. If our work in the field share the same set of assumptions, the notion of theory might be unnecessary, but it would still be the case that all such work would be assuming the same theoretical framework.
And when one sees the contrast between recent descriptive work and work in early generative grammar, recent Chomsky generative grammar techniques, and American structuralism, among others, it is clear that what distinguishes the recent descriptive work from these other approaches is the very different set of theoretical assumptions. The idea that such descriptive work is theoretically eclectic is also inaccurate, since the high degree of commonalities among recent descriptive work means that this work by and large share the same theoretical mix, but this theoretical mix simply reflects the historical eclecticism of basic linguistic theory. Basic linguistic theory is traditional grammar modified in various ways by other theoretical traditions over the years.